Something interesting happens when folks get ready to make that decision to buy a home. That decision is like rocket fuel, propels them into the car and onto the road to their local Sunday open houses. While this may seem fun, it's not an efficient or an intelligent way to shop for a new home. If you had a real estate agent at this point in the house hunting process, she would counsel you on getting a pre-approval for a mortgage. Only then will you know how much you could spend on a house. But wait, don't step into the launch pad just yet. Have you ever watched a TV show about the first-time home buyers? The real estate agent brings the buyers to show them their neighborhood and the place that they most want to live. When they get there, she asks them how much they think the house in the neighborhood would sell for. Typically, the buyers are way off on their estimate of the value of the home and are worth far more than what they think. To avoid such a rude awakening in the search for your new home, choose a neighborhood that fits your budget as well as your criteria. Here are some tips to help you narrow down the search. Where to begin compiling the list is a good place to get focused, and during that part of the process, you'll make two lists. The first list should include everything you don't like about the current neighborhood. Is it noisy? Is it located too close to a commercial area? Get clear on what drives you nuts about where you live now. Next, compile a list of features you would like to find in your ideal neighborhood. If costs weren't an issue, let your imagination run free, and you'll be editing this list later in the process. Here are a few items you may want to consider if you have children or you think that you may have them in the future. You may want to research the schools in the area and look at homes in the chosen school district. If you commute to work, perhaps you'd like to be closer to public transportation or maybe the freeway. Now go over both lists and narrow down your criteria. Depending on your housing budget, if you want a tennis court, but the budget maybe you're at entry level, knock that item off your list, but make sure you add it to your new home to be close to a community tennis court. The final list is an excellent tool for your real estate agent. With the list in hand, your real estate agent can counsel you as to which the best neighborhood should be in your search. When you find several neighborhoods that fulfill most of your criteria, it's time to do some detective work. A few things to consider when weighing your neighborhood choices is property values. This is an up-and-coming neighborhood where values are expected to rise. Are these the types of communities that are technically located on the edge of popular neighborhoods? Those who can't afford the more popular areas naturally try to be as close to it as possible, raising values in the surrounding areas. Crime statistics. A federal fair housing law prohibits your real estate agent from disclosing many neighborhood factors, and crime is one of them. While the internet is a great place to find crime statistics via the FBI database, you'll get the most accurate statistics from your local police or sheriff. Traffic. How easy is it to access the neighborhood from major follow-through? Contact the city planner and get the scoop on any future plans for the area. Certain features such as landfills have a negative impact on nearby property values. You could ignite the rocket fuel and head Mach speed into your house hunt. Drive around the neighborhood at different times of the day and on both weekends and on weekdays. This will give you an idea of the neighborhood activity and patterns of how neighborhood use is in your area. If you have children, you want to see if the children are actively engaged with one another after school on weekends, and maybe you're trying to avoid noisy neighborhood. This detective work will let you know quickly whether this area suits your needs or not. Talking to neighbors is another great way to get a feel for the area and its residents. While a degree of rocket size isn't a prerequisite for finding the perfect house in the ideal neighborhood, the process is easier if you can approach it efficiently and intelligently. Do your homework, and before you know it, you'll ignite that solid rocket booster and lift off into home ownership.